Everyone, this is Nathas, and today me and Grandfather are going to be playing the top cut of the April TTS League. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So I already have Grandfather on the line. So how you doing, Grandfather?
Good. How are you guys? How you doing?
Good.
How everybody? How are you, everyone?
Yeah, it's been a busy day already. Because I played in the
Mhm.
Shuffle Bus tournament like literally like right before this. I went off the stream that I saw your messages being like, "Hey, I'm good. Like whenever you're ready," and I was just like, "Oh man, I could have just stayed on." um, but yeah, so I'm excited though, because it's like I feel like it's been a little while since we played. I think it was like probably like 3-ish weeks ago, maybe. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. We haven't actually had. I don't think we actually even had a long like content wise. I don't think we have had a game in a long time.
Yeah, I think it was actually the demo deck thing battle that we did like almost a
Oh
month ago
my
at
god,
this point.
was it that? Oh my gosh, was it that long ago?
I think so. Yeah, because it's like I've been so busy with work that I've been kind of
Oh.
like almost focusing on just like the league games, and then I've done a couple set two things as well, but like not a ton. And then I know you've been busy with a lot of your stuff as well.
Hmm. Yeah, trying to get all these custom art stuff out right now and get those new mats to everybody, so everyone gets a chance to at least get the new Exalt mats. So
That's awesome. I'm excited because I saw what you were making and they look so good.
well, the one I have right now, it's on the screen. I guess on my screen, not yours.
Yeah.
It's the golden one. So there's gonna be a gold, silver, and a bronze version, just like how SolForge is.
Oh, that's sick.
And so you can buy. I mean, eventually everyone will be able to buy the bronze version, but to earn the gold and the silver, you would have to be in a tournament
Oh, that's
and stuff like
awesome.
that. So that's more future stuff. Haven't figured out the logistics on that one, uh, but that's how you would get the gold ones versus the bronze, and then the silvers would go to the top seven or the top eight. But I guess the grand prize will just get the gold instead.
Well, nice. That's exciting. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
unfortunately like we were talking about right before, it doesn't show on my side of the screen, although it's showing on yours, which is interesting. So I guess it is like a local asset that everyone could kind of, I guess, customize their own tabletop simulator to show whatever playmat they want. So
Yeah, yeah,
maybe,
and maybe I can leave make a little file package that if you wanted to run it, you can. So
yeah, I was gonna say like I wish that I had it this game so I could show it off for everyone who sees my stream as well. But I think that anyone who's seen, I think it's on the content creator thread that you posted it. It's on one of the spoiler threads or something like that. But it looks
yeah,
so good. So I'm excited for when you start getting those out to the community.
yeah, I can't wait.
All right, and then did I actually bring in the wrong deck? I
Oh, wrong
100%
deck.
brought in the wrong deck. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
okay, no
So I'm looking at it, and
worries.
it's literally it's this the red half's the right one, but it's not the right purple half. So I'm like, I
Got
don't
it,
have a
got it.
cutthroat stitcher in my deck. Um,
Okay, well,
so,
let's reset.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I'm looking at your deck. I'm talking, and then I didn't go back a page
Ah,
far enough.
what a great start.
Oh, I know. Yeah, because basically, I've been playing different decks all month in this league, so I'm not getting renowned on anything. But this is the deck
Mhm,
I'm bringing to my store championships on Wednesday. So I'm like, I'd love to
mhm.
get in a very competitive game with it, just to kind of um give it a go and just kind of stress test it a little more. Let
Gotcha.
me make sure it's the right deck. So this is the right
Yep.
red. This is the right purple. So we're good. All
Okay.
right. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Yeah, so these Monday, well, I guess my purple has been silvered out because um, this is the Monday Night League, so it's the course of an entire month,
hmm
which I've already been able to silver it out. So if anybody ever look at my deck and saw that the purple was silver, it's not my fault. But when I first registered it, it was bronze. So, and
Yeah, for
actually, you
sure.
can't register it if it was silver, so that proves something.
That is true. That's actually something I've been thinking about before, where it's like, if you start in a league and then you silver a deck in the middle of the league, like, what do you do? Because, like, there's some of us who just have a lot of tournaments and you might not think about what you've registered in the past. I think it's
Hmm.
something that maybe Stoneblade needs to think about a little bit just for, like, long term leagues, especially if you're starting bronze. Like, I would assume if you start bronze and you're not, like, maliciously trying to level in the middle, it shouldn't matter. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's an interesting situation. I didn't even think about that. All
It's
right.
really funny because I changed out all the card backs with my grandfather logo, so it's really funny to
Oh,
watch.
Yeah, and actually that I don't see yet either. So that's I guess that's oh man, I wish I could see your side of the game. And your deck looks really good too. So I think this is going to be a hard match on my side. All right, so I'm going first. I think I have to just start with this.
I mean, you do have a lot of removal.
So then two.
Um. Oh, I heard you spoke with Rusty and how he got his a ridiculous amount of his Nova Elementalist deck.
Hmm.
How well the deck he pulled, it was so good. It was so many elementals in
Oh, I
there.
know.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
And I saw
crazy.
him open it in front of me. He called it and he pulled it and we saw every card and I was like my mind was just blown.
Yeah, he was telling me about that. Yeah, that's a crazy deck. It's funny because I was like trying to like he was like, "Hey, like, do you have anything you want to trade from me?" And I was just like putting just a list of decks, and I wasn't thinking about the fact that when I spoke to him earlier, I was like, "Make sure you do, like." I told him like I personally wouldn't trade that one. This seems like a crazy deck. I would play it, and then I just was copying pasting lists, and I was like, saw Nova Elementalist. I just threw it in there, and he was like, "This is the deck you told me that I shouldn't trade." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, it is." All right, let's see. So I kind of want to level this, but at this point, I don't think it's worth it. Um, I have a feeling that okay, actually, this is not
No,
the
I have
three
a
and a half I thought
shambling.
it was.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so then I don't have to worry about one of the cards that was on my mind. I
There
feel
is
like
a
I just
shambling shambler in this one, so
that is true. That is very true. I want to be leveling this card. I think I just need to level this for later in the game. I think this is too important that I'm willing to
Mhm.
lose this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace my camouflage shambler, and I don't like this
What?
move, but I have to. Because
What?
I want to level my Uranti Elementalist
Oh
and
my gosh.
level my Dreadbolt to kill that one.
What?
I know,
What?
I know.
Oh my
I don't like the
goodness.
move, but I think it's just this card is too important in this match.
All
Looking at what you
right.
have, I don't
All
love it,
right.
but we'll see what happens. But I guess that
Yeah.
that
Well,
literally would have just done 3 damage, and then I think the next turn, it's probably just gonna die to whatever.
yeah, I
Because
would have had
it's
another wisp.
yeah, exactly. So I'm
Yeah.
not upset with it, but it just doesn't
Yeah.
feel great. All right.
That's wow, that threw
I
me off.
I know because I was just like
He's
I
like
I was like I don't like it. I agree with still with the sentiment that I still don't like it, but that's what I had to do. I think.
wow, I've never saw that coming. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in your head. The mind
Yeah,
games.
you definitely did. And I will life drain him for 4.
Yeah, and you've got life drain, death touch. All right.
Yeah.
Hmm. What's the most important stuff here? I think we got to start with this and this. Yeah, I think I just Varix embrace the wisp. I'll life drain you back,
No, why would you do that?
and then to you.
Oh, it's a bummer.
Yeah, that's still gonna
You
partially
ruined my
live.
fun.
Yeah, that's the whole goal. All right, I'm gonna do 3 damage to the shambling shambler.
All right.
All right, and then I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 6. Hmm. It's not what I want to be doing, but I think I just have to do this first. You've already played that, but then you can just do that instead. Um,
Yeah, I had a Stitcher in my hand. I was gonna replace the Mantis and get the Mantis back and then ping you again, but I was like,
yeah, I get that.
yeah.
Yeah, that could have been sick, but I get not doing it too.
Mhm. Mhm. Of course, of course.
So I think I have to just do this first, or I do this first. Probably this. That at least gets rid of that. And then you just deal with this probably, but I think I just have to let it happen. This is a hand that I wish I was not on the forge for. But I'm just gonna
Ah, yes, I get that.
dark
I get
card
that a lot.
here, deal 3 damage to the Shambling Shambler.
Okay. Drain you for
2.
2.
Yep.
Alright. Neck revive.
That's what I was assuming was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what do I care about more? Probably this. At least this way. See, I missed the Nova Elemental Cycle 1, which is not ideal in this match. Knowing that you hit your
Yes.
Shambling Shambler. I could just level this. I'm going to take 3 then. Am I okay with it? I think so. Because I think then later on in the game, right now you have a better board presence creature-wise. So I'm just going to Necro Revive.
Oh. Okay. Ooh, actually, yeah, you know what? I'll let that go. I'll
Alright,
let
and
that
then
go.
2.
Oh man, I did not expect that. I was kind of. All right, I'll play a Vampiric Geist.
Yeah,
Drain you for 2.
and I'm
Then I'll
taking...
play a Zera's Will.
Oh, nice. That's a great hand. And
And
I'm
then you'll
taking 3.
3. Fantastiche. All right. And before you do anything crazy or kill my stuff, I'll play my Shambling Shambler.
Nice. Alright, set it.
Yep.
I'll start by disintegrating the Shambling Shambler.
All right.
So I take
I will
4.
drain. Yep.
You gain 4, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was looking at... I thought you were at 60, but you're only at 58.
Mm-hmm.
And then while we're here,
Oh, and then there's more?
I think I just do this here.
Neck Revive.
Yeah, I'll just do the free Neck Revive now.
I had a let's see. What do I want to do? Should I give it that? Yeah, fine. I will let my. You know what? Yeah, I'll let it die.
All right,
Okay.
and 2.
Anything else,
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Then I'll play a Ferocious Reveler. And you may play a spell for free.
So that is... Oof.
No spell?
I gotta see what spells you could have.
Well, I'll tell you this, I have a Neck Revive in my hand right now.
Got him!
So, it doesn't work.
You can still play it for free.
Yeah, but, yeah.
Alright, let's go with...
So
well,
many other
this is
better
what I have
options.
to do. I think I just need to keep that off, and then I could use that. Okay, so I'm gonna just Dreadbolt that,
Oh, hurts.
and then you've got your
Alright,
thing.
then I'll play my spell.
Ooh, that hurts though.
And then a Wisp. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of advantage here. I thought I was in a good spot, and then I don't know if I could come back in this game. So I'm going to take 7, 10, 12 just to get rid of that. But I've got to. And so I'll start by activate, deal 4 to that, and I gain 4.
Oh,
And I'll Mangasaur to have these 2 trade.
okay.
Alright, so I'm taking 12.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Oof, man, I am not drawn well this game. You've still got your ability here.
Yes, sir, I do.
I don't think I've got a shot.
Yeah, I think I drew very well.
Yeah, and I think missing the Nova was tough, but I think you also just have a solid deck. Um,
Well, the purple's disgusting.
Hmm. Yeah, I think just hitting all the removal but none of the creatures early. Like I'm still happy that I got rid of the Shambler. Or I did the move I did to upgrade stuff, but
Mhm.
I think it's just the extra value. I think the Summoning Council is what makes me like, all right, I think I lost hope because I was like ready to kill the Vampiric Geist and kill
Mhm.
something else on board, and then it's like you made two more bodies, and I was just like, oh no. But I think what we're gonna do is we gotta start with this, which doesn't feel great, and I've got to play defensive at this point. So we're gonna go. I'll play Spirit Reaver here, and I'm gonna name Spirit. So I'll hit those two for -1.
You're gonna name it Spirit?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's not a spirit? Oh, he's
No.
a
Beast
he's a
Warrior.
Spirit Reaver.
Oh, I know. He just
Okay.
reaves the spirits.
All right. All right. All right. Uh, I'll play Venerable Mantis and just pop him.
Yeah, and then you just kill anything I play, which means I'm taking another 13. So then I think it's just more important to level this at this point. I'll play a group meal.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's upgrade a level 1 card, which will be Spy Hydra is the only option.
Okay.
Alright, to you.
I'll play a Kindred
Yeah,
and yeah, I'll replace that with the Wisp. And then deal 4, gain 4.
good stuff.
Then my Kindred triggers.
I'm taking 12.
Yep.
Oof.
Yep. Who is right? Hmm. Mm.
Chef Keaton just went oof in the chat.
Oh. That's
uh,
so.
but see, this is
Okay.
exactly because like I haven't had a game where I've drawn like this before, and this is kind of
Mhm.
what I wanted to see. Like, what does it feel like when it happens? And what I will say is it doesn't feel great, but that makes me a little less confident bringing this on Wednesday. But if you have time after this game, if you want to run back one for fun,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
let me
yeah.
know.
Of course. I'll replace that with the human to phagic stitcher.
And we're getting a Shambling
On the
Shambler.
batch. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get. Yeah, we'll get the Shambling Shambler. And the second trigger of the human to phagic stitcher. Kill this to gain
3, 4, 5.
3. Yep.
And I take 2.
5. And that's actually 3 separate triggers of life gain. So
Yep.
this one.
So you're
2,
getting
3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And yeah. There you go.
I just want to die to your kindred. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play. Well, I guess I could just block it. I feel like I have to block it
Good.
here. Um,
Yeah.
or do I? Do I just let myself die to it? So I want this to block something. So my whole thing is gonna die. At least I can deal with. No, I gotta play to my outs. Like I don't have a choice. So I'm gonna play the Uranti Elementalist, which
Ooh.
I'll play a Flame Sculptor Seal
Yikes.
here, and I'll kill the Shambling Shambler. So I take 2, you gain 2, and then that
So this
gains
gets
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And
Yep.
2.
All right. Why'd you go and do that? All right. Uh, Sure. I'll play Glowhive Siren. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. And back to you.
All right. Feel like I'm okay taking 8 just to potentially then kill your Glowhive after. So I'm gonna play a Camouflage Shambler here,
Ooh. Okay.
and that's what I got. So I'm taking 8.
Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you drain me for 2.
Yep. But yeah, I missed the Dark Heart that round, and the Nova Elementalist hasn't showed up yet. So that's why I was just like, oof.
Yeah. A lot of oof.
Alright, so I think what we're gonna do to start, so you've got Death Touch, so my thing's gonna die. And you've got that.
Ooh. This is a weird hand.
So at least lets me gain some life. I think what we do is we just start with the free Necrovive. Get rid of your Stitcher.
Ooh. Mhm.
Then I will only, I guess if I do that, then I can do that after. Man, that's a horrible use of this card. But what we're gonna do is we're
Mhm.
going to. So I'm on Forge. That at least lets me live a little longer. I think. I'm gonna Stampeding Mongosaur. I'll
Mhm.
have this deal 9 here and 9 to your Geist.
Okay.
So I gain 2, you lose 2, and then 2.
All right. I'll just go ahead and kill your Shambler.
Yep. So I gain 2, you
And
lose 2.
then, mhm. And let's see, yours is Army Commander, so I guess you can get the level 3 out back out. Hmm. Hmm.
And you're at 71, right?
Yes. So I'll play. Hmm. What a weird hand to play this card. I'll just play Druid's Chant. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I gain 3 life. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yep. And
Okay.
then yours should be at 2 less, I think, because of the Shamble trigger from before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you were at, I think, yeah, you took the 2, went to 71, and then gained
Oh yeah,
3.
from
Yep.
when I killed him. Yep, correct. Yes.
Um, 4. So I'm taking 10. If you gain any more life, I'm just dead. But I can't use my Army Commander because that's just out of life or out of reach now. So my plan was just, I assume you saw right through it, was this Mongosaur to try to kill 2
Mhm.
things.
I did,
It wasn't very elegant, I'll tell you that. Um, I think I
but
just
it
have
worked.
to play the Spite Hydra here. It gets
Mhm.
+4/+4. And then 2.
Okay.
You got any more life
All
gain?
right. I do.
Alright. Put
I
me out of
have
my
the
misery.
Venerable Mantis, Armor Commander level 4. Level up my Druid's Chant. Play this for free.
Yeah. Alright.
Give this 10/10, and then
Got
I
enough
gain 10
life.
life.
This
So
gets bigger, and you get an Oak Father.
16, but then I get 10 life, so it goes to 30. And then yes, because I do get an Oak Father.
And this gets +2/+2.
Yes.
Alright, good game.
Good game.
Yeah, I missed so many key parts there, but that's good to see how that operates. But um, yeah, it's just like I don't think I drew the Nova Elementalist once.
Yeah, you didn't. I think.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious. Was it in the next 5? It'll be kind of funny if it wasn't. 3, 4, 5. It wasn't meant to be.
I wasn't meant to be.
Alright, do you wanna do one more just to run it back?
Yeah, let's run it
Alright,
back.
let's do it. But great game, and congrats on the win.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna stop this recording. Reset, and then we'll start the recording. Did you want to go against the same deck?
Yeah, let's do it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm interested to see how this can do if I hit the combo on my end.
Got it.
Because I feel like at the beginning of cycle 1, I felt okay, because I was removing stuff, leveling stuff up, but then I just did not have any sort of follow-up when you kept growing.
Oh yeah, I get you.
But I haven't been able to run this into any, like, I would say, like, good green-purple decks either, so it's nice to get a couple games into it before Store Champs.
Ooh, I go first. Yikes. All right. Well, I might as well play him first. There you go. Yep. Training for 2.
Alright, and then 2.
And look at the tables have turned.
Oh, no.
Uh, yeah, I might as well do it now. Nothing happens because there's no creature on the board. So,
I guess you technically could kill itself to gain the 4 life.
well, it doesn't really say.
Because you could
Well, I
activate
guess
it
yeah.
to deal 4 damage. I'm not saying it's worth it, but you
No, it's
technically
not worth
can.
it. It's okay. I'm okay.
Alright, so is that it?
Yep.
Alright, I think I want to keep your board a little more clear. So I'm going to play Nova. I drew it! Finally! It
You
just took
do
another
it.
game. Alright,
All
so this
right.
takes 3.
Yep. Rough. Rough.
Hmm. I think we're starting with this. Yeah. I'll start with a group meal here.
Hmm.
Do I want this in this row? That's the question. Yes, I'll put it here. And then I'm going to upgrade to level 1, which will be Eric's Embrace. Then 2.
Okay. Ooh, this is rough. Hold on. Let's see what's in here. Mm,
I'm
okay.
o- I'm okay if you still crush me, but at least I feel like this game I've got a little more of a shot.
There you go.
Alright, so I think this one's just more important. Although this gives me, yeah, this one's just more important. I'm going to replace the zombie
No.
with your anti-elementalist,
Uh-huh.
which will disintegrate.
Oh my goodness.
And then
Just
2.
wouldn't let it. Just won't let it go. Uh. Well, it's gotta die. So might as well do this. Activate to upgrade something and make sure you don't get that trigger.
True.
You know what? I'll do the arrogant raptor.
Nice. Alright, so
Okay.
you'll take 4 of these, will trade.
Yep. What? Why? Why is this in my hand right now? All right. Sure. Uh, yeah, I'll play Ferocious Reveler, but you may play a spell for free.
And I assume you're doing the deploy to give 3 armor first.
Yes, of course.
Oh, just asking, just
Yes, of
checking.
course. Yes, of course. I would never not do that first.
All right, so I think we just play this. I want it in the corner, I guess. I'll
Mhm.
do 3 to the Reveler.
Oh no. Okay. Then I will play a Necrovite for free. Sure go.
Hmm,
And look at that. I just put a mage right there. Boom.
that is true. That's very true.
Mhm.
So I think I want to level this at this point. My plans have been foiled, or at least my original plan was foiled.
Mhm.
So I think instead I just want to throw this out.
Now we got a game.
We got a game.
We got a game.
Then 2.
All right. Uh, I did not gain life this turn, so I might as well just do this. No, I'll do this and have my spells. Oh wait, what am I doing? Spell sprite, wisp,
Judge? No, just kidding.
and yeah, that's it.
All right, let's throw. I think this is going here.
Oof.
I'm okay with it
No,
not being
you
in
sure
that
don't want?
room.
You sure don't want to be here?
Yeah, let me just block that Flame Sculpture seal. All right, so that's what we want. So I'm
Wow.
taking 6.
Watch that 2 life be the biggest problem.
Oh, I know. This is taking 5.
Wow.
I missed the Dark Heart, but I'm okay with it. At least I hit my other pieces.
I would be too. You got the Rumble Spark. I'd be happy with that
That
any
is true.
day.
I
Ah, bummer, man. Rough.
think I have to start with this. If I do this first, I do that second. That's fine, I guess.
Mm.
2.
Yeah, sorry. Can't have him doing his little thing.
That's fine.
So I will kill him
Yep.
with
So
Death
I gain 1,
Touch.
you lose 1.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah,
What's up?
yeah.
Yeah, we
What I
can.
should have done was Forgeborn him first, but
Alright.
it's okay.
Do you
It's
want to do
fine.
that
That's
first?
fine.
You can
No,
go
no, no,
for
no, no, no. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
it.
What's done is done. So
True.
what's
Alright,
done
so
is
I
done.
think what I'm going to do is do that first into this.
Honestly, I wanted to kill your Thunder Sword, but you had to play your Dark Heart. So
True. I had to bait it. So I've got this here as well. I could just do this into this instead, maybe. But at least. Oh, that's because that is the only card in here.
hmm
Hmm. So I need to level this, which would then deal with that, which then does that. Then I could
I
do
love your
that.
thought process.
Huh?
It's so beautiful.
Oh,
I
just
love your
this and
thought
that and
process.
that and
It's
that.
like that. I keep thinking of that song. Oh, there's a old song. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yep, that's what I got to do. I need to start playing that whenever I think instead of talking out loud. Um,
Mm,
yeah, because it's like I don't want to tell you. I guess because you at this point you can't respond. Like I've got a Uranti Elementalist that I'm gonna play. Um,
okay.
that's the card that's I'm looking at right now. So like I'll start this because this is the first thing I got to do. Is
Yeah.
play the Uranti Elementalist. That's gonna
hmm
destroy this, and I'll have that resolve first before the other deploy to deal 3 to the Reveler.
Okay.
So then I get to do a 1 or 2 spell for free, and I think this one's more important here because I could just use my ability instead. So I'm gonna go a free Groot meal.
hmm
So I'll get a Brute.
Oh, it's a brute.
Yeah, for level 2.
Okay.
I'll put the Brute here, and then I get to upgrade a. I have 2 zombies, but I only have 1 level 2 card,
hmm
so it's gonna be Dark Heart. And then I'm gonna activate here and do 4 damage to your wisp.
Okay.
So I gain 4,
Hmm.
and then I pass to you.
Okay. Well, I can't let him get by, so I'll do this.
Yep.
Gain 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Activate this. Kill your shambler.
Yep.
Gain 4.
I gain 1, you lose 1.
And then I'll lose 1. Yep.
All right.
And
So
yeah, combat.
this takes 2. You take
Hmm.
5.
Hmm.
This takes 6.
Yep. Too bad he's not elemental. Uh, I will play a Blight Witch here.
Mhm.
Go ahead and kill my Mantis to play a Summoning Council. Actually, I'll put it like this. Yep.
All right.
Sure go.
Hmm. So if I do this first, or I do this first. Can give plus there, so I think I just have to deal with that now. And then do that second, depending on what you do. So yeah, I guess to start here, I'm gonna Varix Embrace your Glow Hive, so I gain
Hmm.
6,
Okay.
and then 2.
All right. I will play an Arrogant Raptor.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think then I just do this, or I this. The thing is, I could remove
I mean,
2.
whatever you put in front of him is gonna
Well,
die.
yeah, that's where I think at this point this will guarantee 2 things gone.
Hmm.
So I think I'm just gonna play the Nova Elementalist here, which is now an Elemental. I will deal 2 damage to your Blight Witch.
Hmm.
I think, right? Hold on. I gotta think this through. Here, undo the Blight Witch damage for a second.
Yep.
So I'll be on Forge. Your thing will be at 1. I just have to do 1. Oh, I could just untap if I kill this instead. Yeah, I gotta kill the Raptor.
Okay.
That's a
Yep.
smarter move. Alright. And then I'm taking
So
4.
I'm taking 5.
And this takes 3.
Look
And
at that.
yours, or no,
Perfect.
yours is still alive. It's at 1. Because
Oh,
I
that's right.
remembered, yeah.
That's right. You took out the correct,
Yeah,
correct, correct,
so yours is
correct,
at 1.
correct.
But see, now I locked up this lane with a creature in it.
You sure did.
But I had to.
Well, you didn't have to.
I wanted to. That at least lets me get this
Oh, it's an
first.
activate, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it doesn't
exactly.
activate. Oh,
That's why I had to do it the other way. Because I'm like, I would have been
rough.
stupid if I didn't. So
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of the Blight Witch.
Yeah, yeah.
And then let's play. What do you have down? You do have Varna's Pact. That actually would make this move feel real bad if you have it in hand. But I think I risk it.
For the biscuit.
So if you don't have it, then I feel good. Yeah, we'll do it. I'll play a Stampeding Mongosaur here. I'll deal 5. This gains 5. And I'll deal 5 to that. And then 2.
Ouch. All right. Well, that hurt a lot. Uh, well,
Yeah, what are you stitchering back? I couldn't kill them
you.
both.
Hmm. What am I gonna stitch your back? Well, I mean,
I guess technically I could have killed both if I left the Blight Witch up, but I can't leave the Blight Witch up.
what I should really bring back is my level 1 Mantis.
Yeah?
Hmm. But I have to. So, all right. All right. What I'm gonna do first is I will play this here,
Mhm.
which will replace this with a mantis.
Mhm.
And I'll tap the mantis to kill your Thundersaur and gain 4.
Yeah.
And then, hmm, yeah, here you go.
Hmm.
I
Run.
think. Oh,
Yes, you do.
I did get life.
Got him.
Got him.
Yeah. So I think what we do here is we throw out a
Mm.
camouflage shambler, and then we pass.
Ooh. Okay. Well then, I'm gonna have to neck revive for free.
Let's hit
Thank you for clearing my board
this. Yeah.
to some degree. Then,
And
let me
sorry,
see if I
that's I gain 2, you lose 2.
yes. Um. Hmm. It's better to keep a creature or kill a creature. You would wipe my entire board if I do this. Hmm.
Yeah, do it.
Nah. I don't. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about just taking the 5. At least I'll keep a creature at the end of the game. But I want him to kill him, but he won't die because of his ability, which is a shame. Alright, well, this is a feel bad. Uh 4, 5. Ah, just so shot. It's everyone. These two are both gonna survive just by 1 health. Ah,
All right, let's see what you got.
alright. See, I'm on the forge first next turn, so I might as well just do this and.
All right.
Alright.
So
Combat
yours goes to 1.
1.
This is gonna die. You're gonna
Mhm.
take 5 stealth.
Oh, that's right.
So that might help you.
That's right. 5.
This takes 1 and yours dies.
Yep.
Then we got a shamble trigger, so I gain 2, you lose 2.
Yep. I forgot about that. See, I thought you were gonna remove that, but you didn't. So I thought that was interesting. All right. Well, let me kill your shambler.
Yep. I gain 2, you lose 2.
Then, yep. And then I'll play a. Hmm. I'll play Ferocious Reveler. I will do the shield first,
Yeah.
and you may play a spell.
So we got 5 coming in. I think what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think this is the spell. I'll play a seal. I'll deal 5 to the Reveler.
Okay.
Then 2.
I'll play. Oh, my free spell is the Summoning Council.
Good stuff.
Yep. I'll play an Oak Feather and a Wisp. And your go.
So if I do this first, that there, that there. Man, this is a tough choice. Um, I think what I want to do. I think I need to do this. Actually, maybe I do this first. that. Man, you're giving me a hard choice.
Well, you think about that. My son just woke up, so I'm gonna have to go pick him up.
Oh yeah, no
Give me
worries.
Yep.
You could just have an answer to any of these. You got 2 cards left. I think I'm willing for that to go there. Gotta play this first. And your thing can't hit mine. Then what's the most important card? This is the most important card. Like, I'm okay taking a little bit of damage.
All right.
So I think what we do to start that, gotta hit that. So I've got 1 elemental. I'm gonna deal 2 damage to the amoeba. Actually,
Amoeba.
hold on. Let's do it to the
Okay.
wisp because you haven't played your thing this
Picture
turn, and
yet?
yeah, I got to make sure if you replace
Mhm.
anything, it's gonna be this. Um,
Yeah. No. That's valid.
then to play my card. Oh man, you're putting me in a tough spot because just with the amount of removal you have, I've got to be careful about what I play. If I do this first on that, it forces you to block there. And then I think we see what happens. This will live unless you have something. Yeah, I think this is the move. I'm going to play a level 3 Nova Elementalist here. I'm going to activate and deal 5 to your Ferocious Reveler because I have 1 Elemental in play.
Okay.
And 2.
All right. I'll play Neck Revive. 3.
Oof, that is not what I wanted to see. I think we're willing to still get rid of this one, although if I do, then you just block. Am I willing to take 8?
Oh, oops. I don't know why I put that in there.
Oh, no worries. Unfortunately, I think this is the one I've got to get rid of. Alright.
Okay. Then I'll play a Venerable Mantis,
Mhm.
which then I'll activate. Play Summoning Council. Actually, how big is it? Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. It's only a 5/1. Not too worried about it. Right?
Hmm?
2/3. Yeah, it's actually worse than anything that's on the board. So.
Yeah, so I think I just play this there and then survive through the turn. And then at least I have a state. It's not horrible, but it's not good. I'll just Dark Heart here.
Okay.
Alright, so this takes 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I take 5, 6, 7, 8, 16.
Yep. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright.
Yep. Wow, that Rumble Spark's been out of the commission this entire
I
time.
know, I've not been able to flip it once, although I
I
think
love it.
I'm in a spot now where I can, so the question is, I think I gotta start with this. Do this. Right. Oh man, this is actually a really interesting choice. So if
Hmm.
I do this first, then I get to do that, which lets me do something. And I just got to actually look at my deck list real quick to see what a higher level of one of these cards does. It's not enough. All right. So I can deal 5 to something
Hmm.
if I.
Or if you play a spell first. Oh wait, no, I guess then he wouldn't be an elemental
Yeah,
then.
this would deal
You can pick out one of my
that.
oak fathers.
I think I could just upgrade this. Then we're in cycle 3, turn 2 though, so I think I okay with that. Okay with that. Those will
Hmm.
trade. This goes there first, which then throws out. That's gonna go here. All right, so we're gonna start with a group meal.
Hmm.
So the group meal happens, then the dark heart triggers happen, and
Yep.
then the rumble spark energy. So the group meal first. So I get to play a zombie brute minion.
Yes, you
This I
do.
want here. Then I could upgrade a card in my discard pile for each zombie, which is 1.
Hmm.
We're gonna upgrade. I think it's got to be this at this point. Gotta upgrade Spirit Reaver. Then I could return a card from my or so. Then I may play a card from my discard pile for free,
Hmm.
which is going to be a Flame Sculptor's Seal.
Yep.
So then this one lets me deal 7 damage to an enemy creature,
Hmm.
which I'm gonna deal to. I think it's got to be this.
Okay.
Yeah. So then if I play that after, yeah, it's gonna be this one.
Okay.
And then we've got 2 Dark Heart triggers, and we've got a Rumble Sparks flip.
All right. So that's straining me for 6.
So 10, because it's level 3.
Oh, it's 5. Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I gain 10,
Okay.
and then this flips. Place it here. And then I'm going to activate and deal 5 to this one.
Hmm.
Then 2.
Okay. I will. Hmm. Hmm. I'll play an arrogant necromancer here.
Mhm.
And oh, I can only upgrade one thing. I'll wait. I'll wait. Go
All right.
ahead.
So then what I'll do, 10. I think I just want this there. Yeah, so I'm going to play a Grave Pact. I'm going to destroy
Mhm.
the Rumble Spark embodiment to give this -8/-8.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
then this will get destroyed, and then I play the Rumble Spark Energy, which will
Yep.
then play this again as well, which I'll put in the same lane. So I drain you for 10, I gain 10, because that was 2 spells.
Yep. Oh, 23. Whoo!
And then I
Look at that.
pass.
Look at that.
Yeah,
All right.
I was not expecting to be able to chain that.
Well, I'm gonna play the Life Siren
Yep,
and gain 6, I think. Yep,
yep,
6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And then because I gain life, Zerath will for
nice.
free. And then just so we can level it up again.
Good stuff.
And then yeah, that's it. Okay.
Alright, so these two will trade.
Yep.
I take 5. This takes 3. This
This
takes 3.
dies. This
And these are both
dies.
in the back.
Yep. Okay. Okay. I'm on the forge. All right. What can we do? Oh, sorry. Hold on, bud.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking
Oh,
to
oh, sorry.
him. Nah, you're good. I'll play my shambling shambler here. Right? 7 damage. Yep. And you go.
Hmm. So if I do that, that's what gets removed. I think then I just have to do it like that instead. Even though that's not the thing I want to hit. That's gonna be 2 worth. So if I do that, it's 10 and 10. Then I'm above. I do. Man, that Shambling Shambler makes it tough here. So you could just get right back in the game.
I could. Doesn't mean I will.
That's true. I think that what I have to do here is deal with
The
probably
shambling shambler.
this or this. It's like both are not fun here.
Well, I
Um,
figured if anything, you keeping your dark heart alive is more key.
exactly. No, I agree with you. Um,
So
so if I do this for that, you're gaining 4, I'm losing 4, and then gaining 10, and you're losing 10.
hmm
Um,
I don't like the sound of
then
that.
so you're only netting
Losing 10.
6 down. Man, but I feel like I just need to get rid of this. But if I do, then this dies.
Correct. Unless you kill the siren.
Um, let me. So this is gonna be. Yeah, unfortunately, knowing what you could potentially get,
Oh, you're gonna pay a Thundersaur, your Mongosaur.
I think what I have to do is I have to activate my army commander here.
Yeah.
So I'll upgrade. I think at this point it might actually be the Reaver. Might help me the most. Or the Mongosaur. So one of them is going to be Grave Pact.
hmm
And the other is going to be, at this point in the game.
Mongosaur.
No, I think it's going to be the Reaver.
No.
And then I will return the Grave Pact to my hand. Then I will Grave Pact away the Rumble Spark.
hmm
I'm going to hit the Glow Hive for minus 13, minus 13. So the net result
Yep.
is that you're going to gain 4, I'm going to lose 4.
hmm
And then I'm going to gain 10 and you're going to lose 10. And then, so that obviously here, play, and then flip.
Yep.
This is going to go back here,
Yep.
and then 2.
What a play, sir. What a play. I wanted him to die.
I know, but you probably could still kill it.
Uh, well, that's if you don't kill what I have. So, I mean, you played. I'd have to do this first. So, yeah, I'll play that.
Is that it?
Oh, venerable MOBA. Yep. Come on, baby. Make it through.
It's gonna. So I think then that's gonna live. My Dark Heart's gonna die. But at least I can give
Oh,
you a
yes.
smuggler.
Yes. It
Huh.
got through.
Yeah. The thing is, I had to be worried about the Druid's chant because if I did it the other way around and you had the Druid's chant, then I'm in
Mhm.
a bad spot otherwise. So,
Well, you are a mind reader, sir. Are
do you
you
have the
sure you're
Druid's
not looking
chant?
at my? I
I'm
do
not.
have it in my hand.
Yep.
I do have it in my hand.
That's the thing where I was like, if you gain any life on that glow hive, like granted, if I give it minus, it's probably still gonna deal it. But it's like that's
Mhm.
where it's just like I have to play around everything in that situation, and it's like that's where it's killing that first and hope you don't have anything big enough to deal with that is I guess my really big out. So
Mhm.
instead, I just have to play this without
Oh,
doing anything for
fantastic.
free. So it's gonna be a Necrovive. So we're getting
Mhm.
rid of that Amoeba. So I'm gonna gain 5. You're gonna lose 5. So your thing happens
Yep.
first technically, right?
So
So it's like
yeah, I gain.
so I lose 4. You
Yeah, I
gain
gain
4.
4.
Then I gain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You lose 5. This gets 4.
Yep.
All right.
Goodbye, Dark Heart.
So then this dies
This
there.
dies.
So we'll do the damage afterwards.
Yep.
So you'll take
Yep.
6,
Yep.
and then yours takes 5,
Yep.
and then I lose 4. You gain 4.
Woo! Is this gonna go to end of cycle 4?
It might.
Oh man. Oop. Didn't mean to do that.
Hmm.
Oop.
That's not what I wanted to see. I think what I have to do here. 6, 6. Oh, maybe. So you're at 20. So maybe I do start with this. And you've got Army Commander.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Soul Siphon.
Yes.
Gonna start with a. Now I'm wishing I upgraded this instead. um, so this will go there. That'll live. Um, no, I think what I have to do here is. I think I play this here. No, I don't care about the 10 damage. So I'm gonna play a Spirit Reaver over here.
All right.
And then
You
do
gonna
you?
call elementals?
Hmm?
You gonna call elemental?
Yeah, you're right.
Or zombies? How about
Maybe.
zombies?
That's also a good one.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great one.
I'm not gonna activate and then I'll pass.
Okay. Fine. I will play. See if I play this. Hold on. Let me think about this one. Play this. Okay. Yep. Mm. Ooh, June. Let's see if I play this. All right, I'll play Ferocious Reveler. I'll play it here, and she gets armor.
Mhm.
So, oh, 6 attack and armor. One second, my son is being a little. Hold on.
Hey, no worries.
Stop it. All right. Then I'll play a Varnus Pact.
Yep.
And just so he doesn't get any bigger, I'm just gonna -2/-2 him with when the zombie comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're back row. Here you go.
Mm.
Yeah,
So I think this is
yep
what
it.
I want to play. But I got to see what you have left removal wise. You've played your Necrovives. Your Varnis Pact is still here. You still have a lot of Grave Pact. I don't think you've used any Grave Pact.
No, sure didn't.
Um, so I think what I want to do here, if I do this is plus 12 plus 12. Then it forces you to kill that too. And I do
Whoa,
that.
whoa, whoa. June.
Man, I don't like this turn. Like, it's funny because I've got a big life advantage, but the army commander just cycle 4s just makes it so hard to play around what you might have. And
Scared?
a little.
You scared yet?
So actually, I gotta check one more thing if you've played that yet, level 3.
Yeah.
So you played a lot of the level 3s that I'm like the most scared of. Like, you've played your level 3 Glow High, but you have your Stitcher is the problem. So I have to get rid of that zombie, so I think that makes my move a little easier. So I'm gonna start with a... Yeah, I've got to start with this. So we do that, then we activate that, and then we do that. Yeah, so I gotta disintegrate the Reveler to kill it.
Disintegrate the Reveler. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
then we're gonna... Then we're gonna
Zombies!
waste... I'm sorry, this gets plus 4. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4. Then I'm gonna activate here to destroy one of my creatures to give plus 12 to something. So I will destroy this. The question is, what am I giving plus 12 to? Because part of me wants it to be the Rumble Spark, but part of me wants it to be this as well. Because then I could make 2 things that you have to worry about. So I think it's going to be the Spirit Reaver. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then I will actually name Zombie to kill your mindless zombie.
Okay. Alright. So, Mindless Zombie dies. Woo! Okay. So, what can I do? I need to take as little damage as
Just
possible.
take it all. You're fine. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright. Well, I hate that I'm doing this, but I'm going to do this first.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing I wasn't ready for was the level 3 Necromancer.
Um, yeah. Which then I'll play Varnis Pact.
Mm-hmm.
Play me.
A
I think
brute.
it's a brute.
Yep.
Right. Hold up. I'm gonna just give him my keyboard.
Yeah.
Here, bud. You wanna put the keyboard? Here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna play the brute. Hmm. Hmm. Play it here.
Mhm.
And then I can't take 17, so.
And what are you giving -2, -2, by the way?
Oh, I'll give it to the Spirit Reaver.
See, now you can take 15. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, nah. So I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah,
Play Varnis Pact, which will give me another brute.
you can give something -10,
Minus
-10
10, minus 10.
to the Reaver.
Reaver, yep.
All right.
All right. Combat.
Yeah, so I'll take 10.
Yep. These trade.
These will trade. So I get to put this into a lane, which I think has to just go here at this point.
All
And
right.
then this
Goes
takes,
to 1.
and this goes to 3.
Yep. All right. Well, well, well.
Well, well, well. What
What
do we
have we
got?
here? We got some. We got some fun stuff. All right. So I'll play my Shambling Shambler.
Nice.
Then I'll play this to play this,
Mhm.
replace this
Shambling Shambler.
with a. Where is he? Ah, there he is. Actually, hold up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He dies. He dies. Hmm. Yeah, I'll do the Shambling Shambler.
Mhm.
And the second trigger for the Hematophagic, I will kill the Venerable MOBA,
Yeah.
and I'll drain you for 10.
Oof.
And then. Here we go, amigo.
Yeah, I think this might do it.
You got it?
No, I'm saying I think you might got it. I don't know if
Oh,
I could come
really?
back. The thing is, like, yes, I can deal some stuff right now. I don't know if I could come back from double Shambling Shambler right here. So this at least stays alive. If I activate this, um,
To say a beast or warrior. That's all you need to do.
so yeah, you're right. So
How'd you
if
pull the button off?
I have to play this,
My goodness. You're so strong, dude. You're
9,
so strong.
12. That's not how I wanted to do this turn, but I think this is how I have to do this turn. So I'm gonna start by activating my Spirit Reaver, saying zombie.
Yeah.
It's only the attack, not the defense.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sorry, only defense, I mean, not attack.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oops. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, and then we're going to. It's gotta be this, unfortunately. This for that. Taking 10, you're gaining 10. I do have the Forge next turn, but then you could just bring this back if I don't deal with it.
Well, no.
Sorry, you could bring back the Stitchers, what I meant to say. Next turn.
Yes.
Or if you have
Yeah.
lead the charge now, but you need a minion, so I don't think you could lead the charge that. Which means, what's your other option? It is the lead the charge. So I guess you could lead the charge it to then. Well, no, you
Yeah.
can't lead the charge it. It's not in your deck
I
anymore.
can't. I can't. Yeah.
So then I have to just kill the Shambling Shambler when I have the shot. So that means I'm going to play a Stampeding Mongosaur and have these two trade. So I'll do 9 and 9. So then I take 10.
Yep. Gain 10.
And then to you.
All right. Well. All right. I'll play a good old Blight Witch.
Nice.
Kill the Stitcher.
So I take 4, you gain 4.
Yep. Then I'll play Jared's Chant. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. And gain 3 health. 3.
Alright, let's see. So
All right.
on this turn, so I've got to get rid of your Necromancer. That's not an option. If the if the Shambler lives, then I'm on the Forge. I don't know if I have enough damage that could kill you after.
Yeah,
That'll
your
put
Dark
that at
Heart's gone.
3, I think. And then you can just activate your Blight Witch. So it was actually almost a mistake to upgrade my Dark Heart when I had the chance to upgrade it.
Yep, it sure was.
Although,
I feel
I,
like those cards. If you don't have a Stitcher, there's no reason to upgrade.
yeah, it was just more of like if I could chain stuff towards the end, I was hoping to
Yeah.
be able to push.
I
So it's
mean,
it's
you
not over
drained a
yet.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
drained a
true.
lot. Don't forget. You
Yeah,
drained me
it's
like 10, 10, 10.
yeah. Getting the second Shambler out, I think,
Yeah.
makes it hard for me here. The thing is, I can do that. Like, I need to get rid of your Necromancer no matter what. Otherwise, you 100% are in a really good spot.
Hmm.
I wanna. The problem is I don't have any spells in hand because I have the level 3 or anti-elementalist, but I can't get any advantage off of it because I
Hmm.
don't have any spells.
Well, this is the last. This is the second to last turn. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I play this, I can either make sure the Shambling Shambler dies and the Necromancer, but then I can't kill you on the swing back if I do it that way. If I leave the Uranti, that might be enough if I have the right spell options, which really is Dreadbolt can remove something. Necro Revive, I think, is still left. I think I've already used my Vyrix Embrace. I actually don't really have many spells left in the deck.
So then basically what you're telling me is we gotta just duke it out.
Well, yeah. So I think the problem is it's like if I play my Camouflage Shambler, I can live through this turn. Do I have another mage in my deck? That's the deciding factor because I don't know if I do. So if I don't play my Urantia Elementalist,
Well, that's
I do not
crazy.
have any other mages left.
You're right. That's
Because I've upgraded them all.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Oh, that's crazy.
if I pull, so then that actually makes things hard because I've got enough damage here to die.
Well, I can't help you on this one.
No, I know. I'm just thinking if there's anything that might have a way that I live, and I think the answer is just no in general. Um, if I play the Shambler, your Shambler lives and mine dies. If I play this, I can either kill both of your creatures, or and then that's a level 2 at least.
Only 4.
I think I skipped the Shambler because that's not going to help me win. I think I need to let that live and just keep this alive because it's damage to the face. That's what we'll do, unfortunately. And I think I'm going to put it in. The 7 or the 5 really makes no difference here.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any other mages. Alright, so I'm going to throw the Uranti Elementalist here. I'll deal 5 to the Necromancer.
Okay.
So the Necromancer is dead.
Bye
And
bye,
then
Necromancer.
I take 5.
Yep. 1, 2, 5.
And then you gain 4. I lose 4 when the Necromancer
Yep.
died.
Yep. Okay. Here we go.
Alright, so then
So I just gotta survive. That's it.
that is true. That is very
I just.
true. So let's give you as much life as I can. um, let's start with a free Necrovive.
Oh. Okay. Oh, darn. What? What? Should I just let him? Yeah. I'll kill. Yeah. I'll let the Shambler die. I'll
Alright,
drain
so
you
I
for
lose
4.
4. Alright,
Yep.
and then I'll activate my Uranti Elementalist. I will Vyrix Embrace to deal 8 to that and gain 8.
Oh my gosh.
And then 2.
Okay. Well, you pulled some crazy stuff off this turn.
That's all I had left in the deck.
Oh, I'll play the Kindred Druid and play a Wisp. That matters.
Alright, so then this way I deal 5
Ooh,
to...
did I squeak this
I
out?
think you did. I'm just going to play this here because it's why not. So we'll break through. I'll flip the Rumble Spark right before I die. Alright, and then to you.
Well, you think you're gonna flip it.
Yeah, if you play something else with more toughness too, or you just kill this.
Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna. This is the last turn, so yeah, I'll just Grave Pact and kill that.
Yeah,
So he
alright, good
stays.
stuff.
All right, GG's, man.
Yeah, being able to that turn was where you played the level 3 and then Stitchered back to level 2. Like that was
It-
100% the turning point.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, I was like, oh man, this guy's just taking me out with all this life drain.
Yeah, and like I had to take that route knowing the Shambler was coming soon. But then when you played it, I was just like, oh, I wasn't fast enough.
Whew.
But at least this game was a lot more
Whew.
competitive than the first.
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
Although I
definitely.
only got to flip this, I think, once the entire game. Or
I
twice.
was, yeah, I was. No, you didn't. It was a couple times
Oh yeah,
because you
because you're right.
actually
It was once
grave pacted it.
naturally, and then it was the self
Yeah.
killing of it was the other options.
Hmm.
But I
Yeah.
only like naturally flipped it once. Yeah, you
I
had
was
to.
really.
The thing is, it got to the
That's
point where I
right.
had to play a Nova Elementalist here to be an Elemental, so I could kill stuff with it. And I was like, I know I'm gonna have to give up a lot, but I think
Yeah.
my biggest mistake in this game was upgrading my Dark Heart. Because if I didn't upgrade it, I have another body of a Dark Heart for later in the game.
I think that's like the hardest part about um, group meal. That's what I used to run that a while back.
Yep.
That if you upgrade too much, it could hurt you.
In most decks, I don't think I mind, but in this one, with your removal suite, like that one. I actually do mind. But see, this was good.
Yeah,
This is the exact kind of game I needed to see. Which, granted, like I don't think anyone locally is going to bring like a deck of this caliber because Shambling Shambler with the Blight Witch and the Stitcher, it's like that. I think you're the only one who has a deck that crazy. Um,
yeah. I don't think
but
anybody has this kind of deck yet.
I was able to handle a lot of it. It's just some of the upgrades I did, not thinking about how my lower mage counts and things like that. Like I didn't get to utilize my seal as well as I wanted to, and things. And like I also didn't get to flip my Rumble Spark as much as I would have liked because you were able to keep filling the board. But that all being said,
I was scared of the seal. I was like,
I
"Oh man, he's
know.
just gonna pop it, and then I'm gonna like lose everything." But then you told me you're out of mages, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yep. Yeah, I know,
You
and
need a mage."
that's the problem is there because there's so few creatures here. There's only 3 mages in the deck, so there's 9 opportunities, which
Oh,
it didn't work out the way I wanted because I had to Nova
hmm
Elementalist in the Rumble Spark lane. But no, this is awesome. This is exactly what I
yeah.
wanted to see, and thank you for the great games.
Thank you, thank you. It was always a pleasure.
Oh,
Always,
for sure.
always a nail biter. That's for sure.
Oh, I know.
It was like I was like, oh, I was ahead, and then all of a sudden, you're draining me for 30, 40, and I'm like, okay, so then I have to go back, and then I drain you for 30, 40, and then it's
I
like,
had no draining left. Uh,
uh,
awesome. That was an awesome game, and I'm excited to see as your playmats get printed in person. Like, unfortunately, I couldn't see it on my side of the stream, but
yes,
I'll have to like when you post your video. I'd love to see what the game looks like on your actual playmat that you've made in tabletop because that's such an awesome
yeah.
idea. Um, but yeah, and then I'm very excited to see a lot of your forges come out, the playmats come out in person. Like you've got a lot of really cool stuff coming.
hmm And thank you for doing everything you do. And
Yeah,
right now, it's just my logo right now. But eventually, I am working on custom artwork myself to do it. So
that's exciting.
we'll
And do you want
see.
to plug your channel as well, just like your channel name?
Oh yeah, why you inspire gaming? Um, Grandfather is the name. Yeah, I mean it's really hard to miss because there's a giant grandfather figure in the whole, and pretty much the entire channel is all my photo. So I'm not a grandfather, but nah, but that is my tag name. That's what I go by.
That's a great one. That's a really good
All
one.
right,
Awesome. Well, thank you for
all
the
right,
games. I'm definitely excited to play against you soon, and
will do.
yeah, I'll see you
Thank
next
you.
time.
All right, bye.
All right. So thank you everybody who tuned in. I actually have I think another stream coming up soon. So let me just quickly check my Discord stuff. Um, oh, awesome. So Dr. Atylis actually is going to be ready like right now. So I'll be able to do my Monday night tabletop simulator um, league with him for today as well. So kind of get that out of the way all in one go. All right. So yeah, we'll just give him a sec to be ready. I'm glad that I didn't log off because last time when I was playing against More Than Moose, I logged off and then Grandfather's like, "Hey, I'm ready." So we'll be able to keep all this. Let me see if I can now edit the stream details though. Yeah, so we'll be ready in a sec. I think hopefully. But yeah, so that was awesome deck. Like I haven't actually played against Grandfather Shambling Shambler deck yet. With the or with the Stitcher and everything else. That was just a really awesome build. Because it's just you can keep bringing the Shamblers back. Like I have a Shambling Shambler deck with a Ghastly renewal that you could every once in a while bring back one or two of them. But being able to pretty regularly do it with a Stitcher is really really nice. So that's a very impressive deck. And I think the first game he just completely steamrolled me. The second one that we played for fun, I was able to get a little bit more of an advantage. But once he brought back that second Shambler and played two in one turn, the level 3 and the level 2, and then was able to just kind of kill off a couple things on his side of the board, it was just I didn't have a shot from there because my dark hearts were all gone. So like I think the lesson there was to make sure that you don't over upgrade some of your cards when your opponent has a lot of removal. And then I also just in order to kind of remove stuff that I needed to remove because I didn't have elementals on the board, I was kind of stuck. What's it called? Putting my Nova Elementalist in that lane and not being able to flip the lane that I wanted to. But yeah, it's just I was able to put up a good fight. We got to cycle 4, but we couldn't finish the game there. So as we're waiting, what I could do is I could bring up this league, the Monday one, we could pick what we want to play. I think I'm just for the sake of because I'm playing my deck on the store championships at my local event on Wednesday. I'm going to do this one more time, just because if I hopefully do well with it, then that'll be the third win or the third top finish. So then I won't really be able to play it online anymore. So I'll get one more game out of it hopefully, and then see again if I want to kind of pivot on my um, store championship deck that I'm going to be playing. And then we have another one on Saturday at a different store, but they are set one only, so I will be playing a different deck there that I've already got picked out. So what I'll do while we're waiting for Dr. Atylis to be ready, I'll bring up the deck list that I've been playing today. So let's get that going. So yeah, basically right here, this focuses on the Rumble Spark embodiment, Rumble Spark energy combo with Nova Elementalist and Darkheart. So I've got a very large removal suite on the deck. So I've got like obviously the Dreadbolt, Grave Pact. There's a Group Meal and an Infernal Ritual, which are both just good advantage cards. Then we have Neck Revive, which is removal, Vyric's Embrace, which is removal, Disintegrate, and Flame Sculptor's Seal. So there's just a lot of spells that could help keep the board clear. So if your opponent can't really keep creatures on the board, and if you can get a Rumble Spark flipped early, you could kind of keep that lane clear with all the removal spells. So that's kind of the general idea of this, the package and why I paired these two together. So on the red side of the deck, first of all, we got the Nova Elementalist. So Nova Elementalist plays the Rumble Spark Energy, which is a spell for anyone who hasn't seen this before. The Rumble Spark Energy is an exalt that says their creatures in this lane are also elementals. Then whenever one of your elementals deals damage to a creature, you transform, or sorry, to an enemy player, transform this and put it in 20 or empty lanes. So then the Rumble Spark Embodiment, which is what it transforms into, is whenever you play a spell, give it +4 attack. If this would be destroyed, transform it and put it in 20 of your lanes without an exalt. So basically, whenever this is like a giant spell swarm that gets extra power, it's got a little bit less defense, but then every time that it would be destroyed, you could transform it back into the Rumble Spark Energy, and it's considered playing a spell whenever you get your exalt out. So then, if you have something like a Darkheart Sorcerer out, when you play the spell, you can put the Rumble Spark Energy in the same lane, and then when your Darkheart deals damage, because it was an elemental, when it dealt damage, it'll immediately flip back into your embodiment. So that's kind of the general idea of kind of how this deck kind of functions. So you really want to have things that could do direct damage or get you advantage to be able to deal damage with elementals in order to kind of keep yourself to flip your Rumble Spark as much as possible and keep it on the board. Because no matter how much effort they put in to remove it, if you could keep bringing it back, it can be really really strong to kind of make it really hard for your opponent to play against. And again, I'm just talking through this as we're waiting for Dr. Atylis to be ready for our Monday Night League game. So me and Grandfather finished up. He won the top cut, and then we're going to be going into our league game shortly for the Monday Night League. So yeah, so basically on this deck we have two ways to play free spells on the red side. So we've got a Chaining Ice Crusher. So obviously he's getting on Tabletop Simulator now, so he'll be ready in a few minutes. Great. Chaining Ice Crusher, if I played a spell and then I play this, I can level up or I could play a level 1 spell for free. So it lets me kind of get some crazy turns with some of my other abilities to play free spells, and it really helps with the dark card as well. So Chaining Ice Crutchers is nice. It's got aggressive. It starts as a small body, but it gets a little bit bigger. So it's just a nice way to kind of push some damage and also get some free spells. Rageborn Eruptor is a elemental, which is great. That could be really important when you're flipping your Rumble Spark energy, because if you have your non-elemental in this lane, a lot of times that's what a lot of people will focus on, and they'll forget that some of your other creatures can also be elementals. It's got breakthrough as well, so if your opponent's playing a lot of exalts, because this gives +1 for each exalt in play, this can make your Rageborn Eruptor a pretty large card. And especially if there's a bunch of exalts out, and then you play this, you can get +3 for everything. So this can be a pretty nice counter to like the Mad Lab combo, which plays a lot of exalts, as well as any other decks that are really exalt focused. Uranti Elementalist is the other way to play free spells in this deck. So if you replace a creature, you could play a level 1 spell for free. And obviously this scales. So with all the spells that I have in the deck, it's really nice to have 2 ways to be able to play free spells. Stampeding Mongosaur is basically just a creature version of removal. It deals damage to itself or to any of my other creatures to deal damage to one of my opponent's creatures. If I have a Thundersaur out, this could be a nice way to kind of make my Thundersaur bigger and remove one of my opponent's creature while keeping a body on the board. Nova Elementalist, which we already spoke about, but is another way to generate a spell for something like Darkheart. We've got Ardent Worm, which is also an elemental. It starts with a low defense stat of 7-2, but then it becomes a 13-9, which is a lot harder to deal with, and then becomes a 17-11. So again, this is just a card that can sneak in elemental damage later in the game. We've got Thundersaur, which really kind of combos, like I said, with the Mongosaur. Then we've got Blitzing Colossus, which is nice as a mobility breakthrough. So if I play this into a lane that has your Rumble Spark energy, Rumble Spark embodiment, that can just push through and break through. Yeah, so that's kind of the creature base here. I use Cersei with Life Drain, Army Commander, and Soul Siphon as my Forgeborn. And then, like I said, we've got a lot of removal spells as well as ways to upgrade and play some minions. So whether it's Infernal Ritual or Group Meal, you can kind of play some extra minions. And there's only 3 mages in the deck, but Flame Sculptor Seal can be really strong if you could play a mage into the lane with it to then be extra removal as well. So the goal is to keep the board empty and push damage with your Rumble Spark or whatever else you can kind of draw to do so. So I think right now the hardest matchup for this is just one of the Forge Seal Mantis decks that has a lot of removal and ways to kind of gain life. Specifically, Shambling Shambler is a really good card against this deck because I basically have to remove the Shambling Shambler. Otherwise, all my other removal spells will gain them life and gain them some advantage. So let's see. So Dr. Atylis, I think, is almost ready for our Monday Night League game. So yeah, this is the deck I'm going to play just for that because again, I'm not really registering anything for that league just because I want to kind of test stuff out, play against people, and kind of see what we go for. I think for the rest of the month, I'm going to be trying some non-Spellslinger decks in that league, which will be a lot of fun. But again, I'm just testing this one out one more time today because I will be playing this in my store champs on Wednesday. Because that one is doing set 1 and set 2. All right, so let me just get Tabletop Simulator set back up. Yeah, we might just be waiting for another minute or two for him to be ready. All right, he's ready. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to get him into a call, and then we can get started for our Monday Night League game. Hey, how you doing?
Yep. I'm good.
Have a good time testing for your Flesh and Blood Pro Tour?
It's putting in the work.
Yeah, oh,
I was
for sure.
playing Oldham versus Azalea.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's we're trying to figure out if Azalea is actually playable into Oldham. It's rough.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, but I heard, because I haven't really been playing too much since Outsiders came out. But I heard Azalea got a lot better and is actually like somewhat competitive. Is that
Oh,
true?
she's the deck to beat.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I'll have to look at that
Yeah.
again because it's like I
It's
said,
like
it's
warping the whole meta around her. She's so good. Like you're not allowed to play aggro decks because Red in the Ledger says you can't play cards and you can't block with cards when it's dominated. And so the whole format got really defensive because of
oh,
it.
that's crazy.
Hmm.
That's exciting to hear because I
Yeah.
know before it was like a lot of fatigue Oldham and stuff like that. So,
Oh, that's a thing still.
is
That's
it
how you
still?
beat Azalea. Hmm.
Oh no.
It's like
Uh,
unwinnable almost for Azalea. I was playing mid range and still fatiguing Azalea. So
wow, that's crazy.
yeah.
All right, well, I'm excited to play our game though. So it's funny because so I'm off today for work, and I've scheduled a couple people to stream, and with the Shuffle Bus League that I kind of forgot about, like I've been streaming since like 2 o'clock. I've just been on and off playing games against different people for different events. So
Nice.
it's been a long day of playing games, but it's been a nice kind of end to my mini vacation. Um, yeah. So do you want me to make the tabletop simulator room, or do you want to make it?
I can go ahead and make it.
All right, awesome.
It'll be SolForge for name and pass,
All right,
lowercase.
awesome.
Are we streaming?
Yeah, are you okay with that?
Yep.
All right, awesome.
This is a fun one today. It's
Awesome.
not the broken stuff.
Are you sure? Because
The,
if you want to, because I'm playing a deck that I'm potentially bringing to Store Champs on Wednesday, so I'm playing a deck that I feel is like a little more competitive. So if you want to bring the broken stuff, feel free.
this one's quite competitive. It's just blue. It's got blue, so I
Oh, I
call
get
blue
it.
fun.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's doing some broken things for
Oh, that's
sure.
awesome.
Wait, which one did I play? Trying to remember which. Yep. Yeah. URL. My best one, I think, is that green purple one right now. That's just been like stomping. Like I played against that suppressing deck
Yeah.
with like pretty good removal, and it was like 35 to dead.
Ho
Um,
ho.
it took till turn 7, which is like the longest it's lasted. But
Yeah.
like all these decks that are trying to shamble, if you kill them by turn 6, it doesn't matter if they're level 1 shamblers out.
Exactly. That's very true. All right, let's see what we're looking with. So we got a Botanimate, Basher, lead the charge. Ooh, this one looks pretty awesome just from the green side.
Yeah, wait till you see the blue. There's the sauce.
Pocketmaster, Drix, Steel Eye. Yep, that's
And
the dream.
Scypian on level 4 is like 21 to the face if Apocalypser's out. You upgrade it with the Forgeborn.
Yup. That's crazy. This looks like a lot of fun.
Dude, this looks like my purple deck that I've been running on the other side of the green deck.
Oh, really? Is it the same green
Yeah,
list or is it a different green list?
it's the one I
Because I know you
linked to
sent it
you
to
with the
me.
minion stuff.
Oh, yeah,
But
you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, this one's going to be a little tough. The thing is, like, luckily I have a removal suite here that hopefully could deal with the Pocketmancer whenever it
yep,
comes down, but it's still, you can put a lot of pressure with this. Like, this
yep,
is, I think, my dream blue half for an Apocalypmancer.
yep. And it's even got the researcher in it.
Yeah, that's the thing where I had a double Apocalypmancer deck that I was playing for a little while locally, because
Hmm.
I was able to pick up a Betrayer, Tempest Apocalypmancer that was just like a lot of fun to play, and
Yeah.
like I was always missing at least one of the parts, and you've got
Hmm.
everything plus. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I think that you've got a good shot here if you can especially land everything.
Hmm.
All right, so I'm ready when you are.
Oh, I got to hit start. There we go. Okay, this is a hand. Those are things. Let me make sure I'm thinking this right here.
Yeah, you got to switch from one game to the other.
I'm playing this guy. I just don't know if I want attack or health.
I get it.
Attack. I almost went health, but no.
I get it. Yeah, because you're on Forge. All right, but I'm just going to Dreadbolt it.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
And then 2.
We'll just throw this guy out.
All right. So what I'm going to do... I'll play a Chaining Ice Crusher to play a level 1 spell for free, which will be a Grave Pact. So I'll sack this Ice Crusher to clear the board.
Just like you wrote it up.
Oh, I know, right? Alright, so I think I've got to start with this. And then do that. That doesn't level this, though. I guess we'll see what you play. But I have to, I think, just start here. So I'm going to play a Nova Elementalist. I'm going to play the Rumble Spark Energy in the lane with it.
Okay.
And then 2.
We'll do that.
That's a good one. Nah, I just got to play this. It's sad to not level this here, though. I'm going to play a Rageborn Eruptor here. It gets +1 attack because I have 1 Exalt in play. And then 2.
Oh man, played into my Electronet. Yes.
Oh, I did. Oh, that does it.
Huh. This is a quite interesting hand now. Huh. How brave am I? Go for it.
Interesting. Oof. So if I do...
We gotta have fun.
Yeah,
Talisan's here for fun.
I know. Alright, so I got to think of how I want to do this now. I've got 2 options. Could level this, or I could level this. If I do that, that at least lives through the turn. But if I do this, that puts more pressure. I do actually kind of like the Talisan being alive, but I also don't like it if you play the Apocalypser here. Then I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have let it live. So I think I have to kill the Talisan as the move, which is unfortunate. Because if I don't, then you get another play with it. And even though I love playing extra cards in this deck, I feel like I don't want you playing extra cards.
Oh, you don't want me to do an extra Talisan? Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna Varric's Embrace to deal 4 to the Talisan and gain 4. And then 2.
I had Scythian experimentation in my hand.
Oh no!
But I also have Apocalypser though.
Yep. Yeah.
That was gonna be gross if I got to play all that stuff. I don't know if I would have done the Scythian. That might have been a little greedy.
Yeah, probably. Although it's like you just get to do because then I would have played a second spell or second card. Yeah, I get it. All right. So this deals damage with its toughness. So your thing takes 4, mine dies, and then this takes 3.
Yep. Talisan, level everything.
Hmm. So I'll have the Forge next turn.
And getting to play free Electronet or whatever and Talisman, I feel so leveled right now.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So I think what I have to do to start is probably this, which means you replace at least one thing. Can you do more than one? I guess technically if you play the tricks and replace itself, which would be kind of wild. You have... I gotta look at your yard real quick.
Mhm.
I've not played that yet. Which makes me almost need to play... What am I playing first? So if you hit that, then the question is, do you have a card that I don't want you to have? And there's a 1 in 9 chance that you have, and that's the only
I
one.
have multiple you don't want me to have.
Yeah. So if I do this first, that at least makes you have to do something probably different than what you want this turn. And then I do this after. See, I don't like this though. This gets +2/+2.
Do you play Sorcerer or not?
It's just the ordering of what I do here
Right,
matters a
right,
lot.
right. Yep, for sure.
And what I level here matters more too. So if I do this, you get rid of that. You've got 2 gizmos there, so that's going to become a problem. Probably have quite a few cards that I don't want you to have. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's quite a few here that I would not want to see based on the order I do things, and the ones that I don't want you to have are all still live. So if I do this first, that guarantees if I do this, that's what goes away. And I am most worried about... But if I don't level this, that's the problem. Is like there's a card that between the two, so I'm playing one of these two first.
Hmm.
And if I level one of them, it's just significantly better later in the game. But if I play the other one, it's just like significantly better now.
Yep.
And
Those are always a hard gray area in this game.
Yep, exactly. But I guess if I do, I think it's got to be this. Unfortunately, did I what did I miss? Okay, so I did miss one other card. I think this is more important because that gets rid of... Actually, this is the problem here.
Yeah, Steel Eye could just run away potentially.
Yeah, with your build, that's what I have to probably be the most scared about. So what I do, and then you just replace your other thing and kill this though, so that's just worthless. I hate this decision. um, I think what we're doing, then that goes to a 6/6, and I think I hope for the best. Or I do it like that. Okay, I guess this is the move. This is what I want. So I'm gonna play a Stampeding Mongosaur.
Yep.
I'm gonna do 3 damage to the Rageborn Eruptor. Sorry, 5 to the Rageborn Eruptor, and I'll do 5 to Apocalypse here. And then 2.
Hmm. made my decision difficult.
That was my goal.
You're probably saving a Dark Heart for next.
I might be, or I could be bluffing that real good.
And then you have this live to kill something off with 4 toughness.
That is correct.
I think my play is not replace, actually. Oh, well, replacing doesn't really do much anyways, but let me make sure I want to put it there. Let me see if you have... Okay, yeah, you don't have the thing I care about. And then this guy pumps. And pass.
All right. So then we gotta play this. I think I'm okay with this taking that.
Yep.
We are just
I
gonna
had the
play it.
Botanimate in hand if you
Yeah.
played that first.
I knew
Yeah.
I couldn't because I was like the Botanimate was live.
You don't want me to level my Botanimate. That's probably the worst case for you.
I know. I agree. All right, so we'll go to damage. So I'm taking 1 from that. This is taking 5. This dies. I take 2 more. And then this takes 4.
2.
All right, but you got a really nice board state here that I hope to destroy.
Let's go level 2 Apocrymancer. Come on.
All right, so
Pew,
this
pew, pew, pew.
So if I do this, that gets that, which then gets that, and I throw that. Then this lane is where I want this, I think. So I'm gonna play a Flame Sculptor Seal here.
Yep.
So we'll do the ability first, and obviously Dark Heart will trigger. So I'm gonna do 3 to the Steel Eye.
Yep.
Then I gain 2, you lose 2, off of the playing a spell, which will then flip my Rumble Spark, which I'm gonna throw. I think I'm gonna go here, and then I'm going to activate my ability to deal 4 to Drix and gain 4.
Yep.
Right, hold on, I just gotta make sure you don't have anything that's gonna punish me for that placement. No, I don't think I care about that. I want this here.
Yep.
Alright, then 2.
Rumble Spark's such pain.
Yeah.
Losing if I kill it, losing if I don't kill it.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. We're going to play this here and pass. That guy's going to be a pain later.
Alright. So I think how we're gonna do this. Yeah. But now, how big does this one get? 2014.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna. I think I'm okay not pushing there to force you to replace your gizmo. So I'm gonna play a Grave Pact. So I'm gonna destroy the Rumble Spark embodiment to give your hibernating basher -10/-10. So then we have a Dark Heart trigger off that, or sorry, then the Rumble Spark as well. So no matter what, I'm getting 2 Dark Heart triggers. So I gain 4 and you lose 4. And then that's gonna flip back from the second one. And I think I just want this here, right? Because then at this point, it doesn't give you a wisp or you're gonna have to replace that wisp. Yeah, we'll do it like that.
Yep. Now I got interesting choices. He would take down to 4. That does 3 for a mage. At least kill that. 5, 5. Replace. Then that dies. 1 replace, 2 replace. Okay. Replacing this with Apochromancer, activating here for 2 replaces here in this lane.
So the
5 to Dark Heart.
gets +2/+2 as well.
Yeah. 5 to Dark Heart first, and then 5 to that.
Not bad.
Oh, this is back. All right, damage. 4.
And then this dies. I'm
All
gonna
right.
put this over here.
I got a Forge turn with Apochromancer, but you don't have a board.
That is true.
Hmm. I'm gonna play big guy. Pass. Actually, hold on. I think I want to put him across from. Do I? Because if you deal damage there, you get your Rumble Spark because everything's elemental here. Yeah, I have to play attrition here. I think
Makes sense.
you're up in life too much for me to go aggro.
Still not ideal situation for me. I think I've got to start with just kill the Apochromancer while I have the shot, so I gain 6.
Mhm.
And I'll deal 6 to the Apochromancer. And then 2.
That's worried you had Dreadbolt.
I still could.
Yeah. Just do that.
So we got a 7/7 and a 12 coming at me right now. 5.
I was thinking about going Nest first and then trying to go big on Shard Play, but I thought that was too blowout potential.
True.
I was gonna Nest the Apochromancer, but
Yeah, that's understandable.
Dreadbolt would just destroy me then.
See, now I've got a decision though. Yes. If I play this there, am I willing? I think I'm willing to take 12 just to get rid of that gizmo at this point. Then Reanimate's not upgraded, but you still have removal. And I think I'm okay taking 12 for one turn. Right? Yeah.
You're pretty healthy.
I'll play a Rageborn Eruptor, so it's getting +6 because there's 3 Exalts in play.
Yep. And the wrong direction.
Aha! Finally. All right, so you could do it on your. You could have done it on your Gizmo real quick before. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought
Yeah.
about not. I thought about pumping this and hitting the gizmo. Actually,
That'd have been interesting. All right, so I'm taking 12.
yep. Just take 7. Big gizmo.
Hmm. This one, I think I just have to play this. Deal with it that way. Yeah, so I think I'm safe. I guess we'll find out if I'm not. Then 2.
All right. So you're gonna kill my creature. Man, Darkheart does so much damage with that back and forth shenanigans.
Yep.
If I do that, no. If I do that, you need to kill that creature though. So I could just go here. I would take my life total's potentially an issue with all this right now. Put that in. Yeah, I think we have to do it this way. Oop, wrong direction. And pass.
Oof.
There's some
All
beefy
right.
boys in this deck.
Yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do here. Yeah, we just gotta Dreadbolt this.
Yep.
So when I play the Dreadbolt, I gain 3, you lose 3. And then this will flip. Which I'll throw in this lane. Then 2.
Yep. I'll be taking 4. Look at that. I think we're just going to play this guy as a threat here for
Good
next
stuff.
turn. All right, damage.
Yep, so you'll take 4. Then
Grave Pact with this is so
I
crazy.
know.
It's like normally a pretty bad card, but is right. Oh, we're at the new cycle.
Yes.
So I have Oak Father available. Army Commander. And I just don't know how I race Darkheart. Like, I have all this aggression, but if I don't control Darkheart, I don't see how I
Yeah,
get out of this.
that's very reasonable.
Huh.
Oof. That's a big one.
Yep. I'll pass. I'm not activating.
Huh. How am I actually going to do this here? I think what I have to do... Do that first. 13. Or... Go here instead. I do that. I don't like that, but I think it's my only option here. I'm going to start with... If I do this, that gets me that for next cycle. Or I do this, which gets me that instead. I think this one's more important. I'm going to start by playing a Nova Elementalist in this lane, which will deal 3 damage to the soldier when I play a mage here.
Mm-hmm. Its ability is
Activate
2 damage to an enemy.
To an enemy creature for each elemental I have in play. So I'm not going to activate this yet.
Okay. So you're at 2 elementals currently.
1.
Oh, 1.
Yeah.
That's a mage, it's not elemental itself.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Ugh. You'll have Forge next time. The real question is, do you have a plan to deal with this? Surely you do.
I might.
Because you have Army Commander. Alright, we're just going to put pressure on and then activate for that.
Alright. Do this.
Oh, Steel Eye.
Yeah, this goes to 9.
Oh, 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did not draw any spells in this hand, which is what makes this one hard to play.
Yep.
But I could at least kill your Steel Eye. I can go 4 here. I could make sure that your Oak Father's going to die after combat, which I think is the move I have to do.
How do triggers work with Darkheart and this dying? It doesn't come back if they both die at the same time, right?
If they both die at the same time, though. So I'm going to play a Rageborn Eruptor, so it's going to get +3 attack, because I have 1 Exalt in play. Which is still enough to kill that, which is good, because that's what I need.
Yep.
Now I have 2 Elementals in play.
Yep.
So I'm going to activate and deal 4 damage to that. And then we'll go to damage here.
Yep.
So yours takes 3, mine is dead. Then yours
9
takes
to
9.
you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I take 7.
Yep. This dies, trades.
These trade. I'll put this in this lane. Yeah, so actually, so the way that it works, this will come after the Darkheart is dead. So it's weird, because apparently the Rumble Spark energy doesn't use the batch. So it will die. Actually, hold on. Either way, I don't think it will target trigger here. But there was a weird situation earlier with Caesari that was going on with a game with me and More Than Moost. So basically what happens is the thing will die during combat. And then the trigger will go on this will flip before the other things go on the batch, because this doesn't flip on the batch. So I think this still flips when this is already dead, so it won't see this being played, as far as I understand. But this would technically, before any other triggers go on the batch, this would happen first. So it doesn't actually make a difference in this situation, as far as I understand. But it's like a weird fringe case with Caesari where it does matter.
Yeah, it does seem relevant sometimes. Yeah.
All right. So what are we doing here? So that's. So you've already used your Forgeborn ability. We're on cycle 2, turn 3. It's crazy, because I actually have a few things I need to do here. The question is, what's the right move? This is scaring me. I think I just have to deal with that before I can't deal with it. So if I do that first, though, then I don't get to do something here. And I'm willing to take 15 again. That's the problem.
That thing's so big.
Yep. So if I play this first, this does 7 damage when you replace something. Don't think I could risk it, unfortunately. So right now I have 1 elemental play because of this. So I'm going to. I don't like this move, but I think it's what I have to do. So if I do this first, what are your answers? That's the problem. So you would have to replace this if you want to. I can't. So if you play a Drix, place itself, that's not enough. Use your ability. You've got Botanimate, which won't do anything. You do have Talisman. I think I have to actually. Oh, but you could have that. I gotta look at one card real quick for the cycle 2. Sorry, level 2 to see how much it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think if I do this first, then that goes to that, which does that. Yeah, I guess this is what we have to do. I don't like it, and I think I'm going to regret this. So, actually, that can't hurt me. Let's see what's in your yard. Thing that I need to. See, like I know there's something I'm not thinking of, and I'm trying to figure out what that thing is. That I'm just gonna be like, oh, that's what I didn't think of, and that's why this is not gonna work the way I think it wants to. I think it's just I have to play the other thing first, and then do that, and then that's the only card I think. Oh, there's one other. Which, if you have it, you have it. Yeah. I'll start with a dark heart here. I'll activate, and I'll deal 4 damage to the Apocalypser because I have 2 elementals.
Mhm.
And then to you.
Hmm. Interesting. Freaking dark heart.
Yep. Like, I had to look through and be like, is there anything you can do to remove this right now? And I think the answer is no, because even if you played a Drix and replaced itself, that's only
I think
14 damage.
you're playing as Varix for 6, and get Rumble Spark
You could.
because you've only played one Varix, right?
I think I've leveled it to level 3 because I did
Oh,
6
okay,
damage to something.
gotcha.
So that would be. Let me just check because I could tell you in the banish pile real quick. Yeah, I've played the level 2 as well.
Okay, so you got potentially 8 there and get Rumble Spark and drain me for 1 million. It's so much value. Ugh.
Yeah. That is one of the 2 cards I was like, if he has it, he has it. That means I have to do this instead. So is that it?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna do this, that, or that, which does that. Yeah, so we're gonna Grave Pact. I'm gonna destroy my Nova Elementalist to give your thing -13, -13. I gain 5, you lose 5 from the Dark Heart. And then this will transform to a 4/8, which I think this is where I want it. If I push it here, that's more damage. But yeah, I think this is what I want.
Okay.
Alright, to you.
This feels so questionable. We're here to have fun. Let's go.
Alright, what are we gonna play? I think it's gotta be this then. I'll Varix Embrace the Talisan, so I gain 8 off of that. This takes 8. So 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I gain 5, you lose 5. Or so actually these 2 are batched later. So after your Talisan is done resolving, then the Dark Heart would occur and the +4 on the Rumble Spark. So that could make a
Okay.
difference if you have something else. So these will still trigger, but I guess if this dies first or anything like that, then this would not.
Gotcha. I had lead the charge again. There's so many ways to Talisan twice in this deck.
Yep.
I'm just gonna play something big.
Alright. That's so big. I never get the level 3 out.
Oh.
Alright, so this will then gain me 5, you lose 5 from the Varix Embrace.
Mhm.
And then this will gain 4 attack. Alright, So we'll go to damage. He'll take 9 breakthrough. Your thing will take 8. This will die. I'll play the Rumble Spark in this lane, so then I'll gain 5. You take 5, and then go back here.
Mhm.
Or sorry, we have one more in cycle 3, right?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Drake. Get some. Wait, maybe I don't want to put everything there. I like Drake too. We'll do that.
So the hope is that it's 1 damage. I think I gotta do that first. It almost feels like this is the wrong thing to deal with. So maybe it's the wrong thing to deal with. So if I do this first, yeah, that's the move. So I'm gonna Dread Bolt here. So I gain 5. Lose 5. This gains 1, 2, 3, 4. And to you.
Let's see. I like that. Then that doesn't happen. I think we're gonna have to be a little bit risky here to get out of this, like, because I'm just almost dead to Dark Heart. So, what's that do? Replace that. Huh. Yeah, we're just gonna have to hope. I'm gonna Electronet this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Lucid Echoes for 5 here.
Yep, so this takes 5.
Discarding Scipion. That's the 5th. And then since I upgraded it, I'll get a Gizmo. Here.
Alright.
That's the best I got. Just kill my Gizmo.
Yeah, so I'm going to activate my Forgeborn Army Commander. So I'm going to upgrade Charging Ice Crusher, or Chaining Ice Crusher, sorry, and Durante Elementalist. Then I'll move the Ice Crusher back to my hand. Then I will play the Ice Crusher here, which will let me play a spell for free, which will be a Flame Sculptor Seal that I'll place into this lane. So I gain 5, you lose 5 off the Dark Heart, and I'll deal the damage here.
Yep. GG.
Yeah. Ooh, this deck was nasty. This was really
Yeah.
good.
I think that I lost the game because
Yep.
there was one turn when you had a Mongosaur out here,
And you didn't botanimate it.
and I was going to botanimate. It wasn't much value killing the Mongosaur, but not having this leveled was sort of like...
Yeah, I was literally thinking the same thing because the rest of the game I didn't have to worry about botanimate. So that
Yep.
made my decision tree a little bit easier
Yep.
versus what it could have been. So like that's where I was looking at, like, all right, so what could there be that I'm missing? And Lucid Echoes was the main piece of removal during one of the earlier turns, and then it was, other than that, the botanimate was offline for some of the gold stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, because if you
So
had
I
the,
should have, in hindsight, just kind of taken a bad botanimate to make it good later.
yeah, I agree with you. I think that would have potentially won you the game.
Yeah, because I have some just some really big stuff to deal with. If I can stabilize my life and deal with this nonsense, then I think I
Exactly.
sort of take the game over.
I agree, 100%.
Because this was about, I got a lot of dinosaurs, and this was going to do something silly here pretty soon.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. I bet 100%.
The hibernating one is still hiding in here at level 3.
Oh, I know, and that was terrifying me to think that it was still there. And it's like, yeah, that this deck is awesome. Like, I think this is my dream blue Apocalypse Drix deck.
Yeah.
No, so this is an awesome pull.
I wish there was a Leyline Vermin, though. I feel like if you're playing green, you almost need Leyline Vermin these days to
Yeah.
really deal with Rumble. Because if you hit Rumble Spark with Leyline and kill it, it's just gone, right? It doesn't transform
Yep.
back.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
it dies that turn that you've hit it there.
And that's like, if you don't deal with it early, your Dark Card engine is going to, like, you probably got, like, at least 30 value out of it just from the drain.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Very much.
And then not to mention the Grave Pacting and, like, ugh, that engine's so...
Yeah, if it
so
can
overwhelming.
stay, and that's the biggest thing, where if this stays on the board, I have a really good shot. If this is off the board, I think you have a really good shot.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say though is, like, there's a chance that maybe it's worth it to look for a green pairing that's got like a few more of those cards, like the Leyline Vermin, and potentially like the
Mm-hmm.
Basher doesn't really do it, but Nap Time as well. Because I think
Yep.
if it's got some minion generation and like one or two of those cards, like that could be the deciding factor of like this specific matchup.
Because Botanimate's mostly too slow to deal with it. Even like by the time we're on level 3, it's just...
I agree. Yeah, you almost need
unless you
to.
like miss your first cycle of one of them, and I get to Botanimate, then it keeps up. But
Yeah. Well, I've been playing for like, I think 4 or 5 hours straight, and I have another one in a few minutes, I think.
okay,
So I would say let's play another, but um, I've got
I'll
one more
catch you
game
some
for
other
the day.
time.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to throw the minion deck at your purple red,
Yeah,
because it gets aggressive so fast that it'd be interesting to see.
yeah, I think that would be an awesome matchup for sure. Yeah, because if I'm
Yeah.
remembering it correctly, that deck is really, really good.
Yep. Yep. After on turn 4, it just pumps everything like to a board full of 8/8s or bigger. So
Yep.
it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
huge.
right.
And yeah,
Well,
all
I'll
right.
let you get a break. Good game.
All right, have a great one. Yeah, and thanks.
All
Great
right.
game.
Bye.
All right, see you later. All right. So I've got one more game for the day scheduled. So I'm going to be playing It's Pone, who's actually in the UK, and he reached out to do the Stream Bounty Challenge. So me and him will be playing at 6:30 tonight. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break. So I've been streaming, I think, since around 2 p.m. or maybe even a little earlier, um, to play all the games I've played today. So I had an awesome game with More Than Moose, where we played in the Shuffle Bus qualifier, and he played a really nasty Nova Elementalist deck versus my double Kidra deck. And then I played against Grandfather for the top cut of the March Tabletop Simulator League. So that was a really fun match. Game 1, he kind of steamrolled me. Game 2, it was a lot closer, but he was playing the Shambling Shambler, the Monstrosity deck, which is really, really good. And then I just played against Dr. Atylis now for the Monday Night League for April. And yeah, so then I have one more game later today, and then I think about a half hour, and then I will finally be able to relax the rest of the evening. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll be back on in about a half hour. All right, see you later.